We've been conditioned to have the slave consciousness, and we've been forcefully indoctrinated and conditioned to have a slave consciousness. So anything
Pause. And when you say that, what consciously? What is the slave conscience?
So we've been conditioned to have the slave consciousness. We've been conditioned to think in a way that leads to our destruction. So we've also been conditioned to have a lack of confidence. You know, black men in particular, right? So the only way for us to change our conditions is for black men to be in their proper position. And if you don't have the ingredients or the recipe for that, you'll never be there. And it's not just simply saying I need to be thinking optimistic, but I have to be mindful that I'm being conditioned to think in a different way. Like I said, TV, media, everywhere you turn the TV on, I'm not as revered by black women as Elon Musk, right? Let's call a spade, right? Or Jeff Bezos, when these people are idiots who just have the luxury,
well, the privilege of a lot
That's
of
why I
things.
say you never where you're born into
of leveraging, white supremacy, but it's really they're inferior and we're superior, right? So we have to start creating sciences, and this is what I'm doing to remind, recalibrate, and reawaken the mind of our people. So white supremacists, they understand this. So they put these messages indirectly and directly in front of us, and then it makes us susceptible to thoughts that create these chemicals. And then now we're held accountable for the behavior, but the people who create the conditions that create the behavior are not held accountable, because the people in charge of accountability are either white supremacists themselves or in bed and have alliance or allegiance to white supremacists. And then it's like it's a aligning of interest with every other culture. So our people, we have no power, no seat at the table. So nobody gives a fuck about what we're going through, right? So we have to care about what we're going through, and we have to become a little more educated, a little more complex with information, content, and
So how do we do this?